This is 5-minute mobility for your hips and ankles. Start off with alternating quadruped to pigeons. Assume the quadruped position and drive one of your heels back at a diagonal angle behind you as if you were on a baseball field facing home plate and trying to touch the foul pole with your heel. When you've reached as far as you can, settle down into that position, allowing the front outside hip to get a deep stretch. After holding this position for 3 to 5 seconds, return back to the starting position and switch sides. Next, we have 90-90 hip mobility. Assume a seated position with your feet flat on the floor in front of you. Next, rotate your hips and knees to one side as far as you can, aiming to have both of your knees at 90 degrees and shins flat on the ground. Once you reach this position, hinge forward at the hips to deepen the stretch. Your hips are relatively mobile if you can effectively move through the entire range of motion without losing balance, and your hips are able to touch the floor at the end range. For the band-assisted active isolated stretch, wrap a band around your forefoot one time so that it is snug. Grab the band with one or two hands and lay back flat on the ground. Keep your down leg straight the entire time. Pull down on the band and pull up on your toes until you feel a stretch in the hamstring. Hold for a few seconds, then bring your knee to your chest as far as you can. Again, hold for 3 to 5 seconds. From there, bring your leg straight up to the sky and slightly bend your knee. Maintain this position as you let your leg drop down across your body, but keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Slowly return up. Switch hands if you must, and straighten your knee. Now with the straight leg, slowly lower it down to the same side of your body. With each of these positions, hold for 3 to 5 seconds before moving to the next one. One rotation through all the positions is 1 rep. Next, we're going to foam roll each of our calves for about 1 to 2 minutes. Move slowly up and down the entire length of your calf muscles, including your Achilles tendon. When you find areas that are tender, pause and take a few breaths in that spot. While resting on the tender spots, you should also move your ankle through different ranges of motion. If you can tolerate it, cross your other leg over the top of the leg on the foam roller for added pressure. Once you've spent 15 to 30 seconds on a tender area, keep moving until you find another one. If you don't have a foam roller, the same effect can be achieved with a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, or even a golf ball. When you find tender areas, be sure to roll your calf muscle laterally on them as well. Again, if you need added pressure, cross your top leg over the leg that is on the foam roller. Grab a lighter weight kettlebell or dumbbell and assume a 90-degree lunge position with your back knee down. Place the kettlebell or dumbbell on top of your front knee and lunge forward with your knee tracking over your toe. When you get to a point where you feel like you could swipe a credit card under your heel, pause and hold the position for 3 to 5 seconds. Return back to the top. That's 1 rep. For hurdle mobility drills, start by placing a dowel or the safety bars to your squat rack about navel height. Lunge laterally underneath, back and forth, looking straight ahead and keeping your chest tall. If this is too difficult, raise the bar. Next, place the same dowel or safety bar about knee height. Step over it laterally, back and forth. These heights are relative and will depend on your anatomy and your mobility. If you like simple mobility sessions like this, check out my other videos.